Okie dokie. I think my mic is picking up my big air filter here. So let me turn that off. Give me 1 second to knock that down a little bit here. I think it's just kind of, yeah. We'll put it on manual. All right, there we go. Good morning, everybody. I thought I was not going to be streaming today. I thought it was going to be in the office day, but there was some really bad accident on the main road, like right outside my apartment. So nothing is moving, and I figured may as well. So I guess join me now for our first sip of the day. I made a nice homemade matcha latte. Unfortunately, it's oat milk, not as good as regular milk, but um, regular milk does things to me that are not appropriate for the Twitch or YouTube terms of service. So, have a sip. Mm. Okay, I got the. Um, this is not a plug, but I've been getting like the Oatly. I think it's Oatly 4 ingredient oat milk, the simple one, and that heats up horribly. It's like unbelievably bad. I don't know why. Um, Display capture not working. There we go. I don't know why I get stuck like that all the time. Um, but yeah, the regular oat milk heats up terribly. It just tastes like incredibly sour and separates everything. So I tried the barista edition because I was feeling like enough of an asshole. I was feeling enough of an asshole at the grocery store that I wanted to do that, and it actually does work. It works a lot better heated up for my nice drink. So yeah, there you go. That's something. So we've got some stuff working. I played around a little bit with Supabase off stream. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get pwned here. But yeah, I did some research. I was like, okay, we got like foreign keys. That was the missing link. Um, Supabase having an issue. Okay. But yeah, I needed to do some like key linking between the tables. So we have one table for like the actual lists, or sorry, Supabase auth. I don't want to click on it. Supabase auth provides its own set of tables for the user management stuff, so I didn't have to worry about that at all. And it provides like a user ID. It has some like built-in thing, so whenever we create an entry, it'll just go populate this user ID itself, which is nice. And that's being used to relate back to the users table. So that's for the list, the list, and then this is for the items in the list, and we're using the list ID as a foreign key here, and then just the text. And I think that's like the simplest possible version of the schema that we're going to get. So we'll go ahead with that for now. So actually, we've got, we've tested out. We can publish data to this thing. I think it's time to try to move this. So creating a list actually goes and creates something in the list table, and then something, creating an item in the list, create something in the list items table. You know what I mean? It's time to make this part actually do what we want and not just be a test connection. So we want test connection. We want to go insert our thing into lists. actually. So I think we want... We actually want this to be in the category pop overview, which is an awesome name for it. And we want to do that. So do I have to import Supabase in this one too, I guess? But it should still have access to that globally defined Supabase, I think. Yep. All right. So then we'll actually create a var list, item list. Use let. If I make it a let here, will that just make it const forever, or I don't know? Well, I guess we'll try it out like that. Insert list. Oh, you know what? It's different. No, okay. Yeah, actually not that. So insert. What do I have to do? We don't want that. Has to be encodable. Because this list object is different than the list object in my front end, right? It doesn't actually have that array attached to it. It just has a name, and it's just going to generate an ID. So we really just need to pass in the name. But how do we? I guess, like, how do I insert this? Let's see if that works. It might get really mad at me. Okay. Yeah, this is much better than the non-barista edition. Much better. Okay, choose category. Alright, that's not the right button, but view bar. Okay, so then if we look here, nope. Let's look at the log. Let's see, errors. Now, it might not like it because it's I don't have a user tied to the session. But I turned off my RLS. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. So I'm hoping that Yeah, maybe. Hmm. So that did not appear to do anything. Try wait space from this. You have to do like public Dallas. It's possible. What is this red text that it's complaining about here? Supported platforms. Okay, that's fine. No. Where is the... Is there really... I actually really don't like that. I have to query the logs here. That's kind of annoying. Oh, here we go. Oh, let's try... Did that do anything? Because I would think it would be in this Postgres one, right? Maybe it's an API gateway. No, it doesn't look like it. Observability. Yeah, that's me, probably. Auth health post. No, this is all from this web interface. Is it like not connecting? Or maybe... Alright, let's just test the connection again. Let's see if that should throw an error because there is no public users table now. Or I would think it would. Might not. Oh, it's possible this is broken. It doesn't look like it. Well, let's add a user. Because it's possible like this is just effed up today, and that would be really lame. Alright, so we have user here. If I add a user, that doesn't look right. Let's try changing that. Oh, what is this? Okay, so look at that. That did add a second user. So riddle me that, Batman. What is going on here? It's very possible it's because it's not in the right format. And I'll have to look at the Swift this doc again. Because I appreciate that you give me an example, but I want to know, like, is it why it has to be like that? Why it's got to be encodable? You know, whatever. So, okay, I guess we will. Can I have both? Doesn't look like it. This is now really annoying. Let's see. Because here's like my options from my stupid point of view. I can make like struct item list post is encodable. Give it a but then it has like a different UUID than the one in the front end. How's it going, Snaggle Fluster? Welcome to Supabase stream. When do you know these steps and files? I thought they already did. I can't keep track. A name, a string. I think this doesn't need to be. I think that can be just fine like that. No, you will let people change it. So this is really annoying now. Okay, if I do that, if I don't provide one, will my default view like just crap out? Because I don't really want to have this this little fake thing in here. Everything but the P. Diddy, Life Jail, and the Epstein files. Yeah, bro, I just don't know. I could not tell you. I'm not as well connected as it might seem. Okay, so... Alright, so good. That didn't fail out. That's nice. Okay, so when we create this... Okay, so when we, when we create these in here, so yeah, you're gonna enter task, right, and then we will generate a new one. Let item list, name, new item text, list empty, ID. Okay, no, and that creates a... Oh, fuck. How do I do this in here? Let new list... Oops. Item list post. This doesn't have a list. So we'll let this generate the ID. Must have consistent white space with size. Okay, fine. And then we will create an item list, name, text, and then we will provide the ID in here. Is new list.id. Okay, fine. All right, and then we will try to insert new list because it's encodable. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, so this might still break because I don't have a user session, right? But let's see. So we generated that. And no. Yeah, still don't have one. If I get rid of the user ID made from the schema for now, yeah, let's get rid of that for now and see if that works. Did not work. Okay. ID1, Amy Clearly. Because that's all that should be in that thing. Okay, maybe it didn't like this public dot lists still. That's conceivable. Ugh. This build just takes like way too long for my liking. Alright, how about that? No. We've got a mystery on our hands, gang. What is the story here? Oh, invalid syntax for type big int. Oh, interesting. We've got, so it's the way that the UUIDs are getting put in here. Hello, Zang404. We're debugging some Supabase stuff right now. So maybe this needs to be something else. Yeah, that might do it. That could do it. So let's try. Ooh. Didn't like that. Okay, well that sucks. How do I switch this? Like, look, because I did it, or it did it right here. Can I change this one? If it's because it looks like it's the trying to change it is the problem. Maybe if I turn it off of being the primary key. Let's see. Let's investigate. Mr. AI, what am I doing wrong? Of migrating out of Supabase. Well, that is unfortunate. Thankfully, my scale is 2 users. So, well, right now it's 0 users. We're trying to get up to the big 2. So hopefully that's not too bad. What do people use as like a real production one? Like you just do like some AWS thing or something? What's the issue I'm having? Well, it's like my when I created this table, I have the ID is an int 8, but when I'm generating the UUID in Swift, and that is some, like UUID string, right? And so it is, it's bailing out when I try to post. But when I try to change this type here to UUID, it throws an error. So I'm trying to figure out what that's going on. it sounded like I need to create like a new column, which is fine for now because like I don't have anything that I really need to preserve here. So we'll do like we'd make this one UUID and then do that, and we can make this primary key, right? Okay. All right, and then we can try to drop this one. Okay, sweet. So that did work. I'll change this just back to ID, and we'll make that a primary key again. Oh, you know what? Because I think that I was using that as a foreign key somewhere else, so that may have been screwing things up. I have to figure out how to. I gotta figure out how to make that and like do that a little better. Because look, it. Okay, so this one is right now. It looks like this one's not right. You have to drop the foreign key first, I believe. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's looks like a big pain in the ass if there is actual data in if there's actual data in here. So let's try that. ID of relation lists already exists. Oh, it already did it. Okie dokie. Oh, you know what? Because this is the user one. All right, yeah. Well, I think we just gotta like redo some of this crap. All right, so we still want that one. We need to get rid of this because it's causing problems. Okay, now let's try again. So do UUID. I'll allow that to be nullable now while I'm just screwing around. Okay, and then we will drop this. Yeah, I am using Supabase auth right now. It was there. I don't really have a preference. I've only used Clerk before to do auth. I think Swift UI, or I think Apple has some like built-in thing to do stuff, but you know, while we're here, right? Let's see. So now we can go add the foreign keys again. So list items. We'll make the ID into. Oh, I have to create the list ID again. Over here. List ID, and then this is ID, yada yada. From lists. Okie dokie. Right, now let's no action. Cascade. Okay, I think that is correct. That looks good to me. And then this one, we want the user ID back here. So let's grab that. Okie dokie. All right. Well, we've successfully changed the data types on there. So let's see if that works now. If it works to post. It might not still because of the user ID. Oh, no, there we go. Awesome. Because I think I allowed this one to be nullable. Okay, sweet. So that button works. We can create a thing and grab, and it will post correctly into there. So let's do that for the actual like list items. So let's see here. We'll just grab this. And public.users table enter. Okay. I assume that's because like the auth dot users or that auth schema is has like some additional garbage in it, preventing you from just doing all the things you want. Something like that. Let's see. So we will do, I think it's list items underscore. Yeah, list items. And we will insert a thingy in here. So I have to do the same stupid thing. This is like not really a great way to do it. I have to have one that's identifiable and then one that's encodable, and that's just like that's just not right and very annoying. I don't know in Swift how I get this to like, okay, that one I could get to do both, so that's good. So let's keep it like that. But this one, the item list itself, I had to do all this, invent another structure for it right now because it's, I think for it to be encodable, it can't have an array attached to it. So I've got to play around with that. Okay, so new list append list. So let's create, oh no, wrong one. So let's create an item when we do this. So we'll do let new item equals item text trimmed. Oh, and I have to import Supabase. Okay, that seems to be working. And then the list ID needs to be, oh fuck, these are different. Because I need the list ID in here. But I guess I can just put that into this front end one. Let list ID. Actually, this should be mutable if you want to, yeah, let's let it be mutable. UID. Okay, and then we will fetching user details. Yeah, this one. So in the item here, we want the list ID to be the current list. So item list dot ID. Property ID requires that item conform to identifiable. I thought it did. Can it not be identifiable and encodable? That is super lame. Oh, referencing property. Oh, do I just need the dollar? No. Where do I do that? Requires that ID conform to identifiable. Why do I need that? Can I just do it like this? List ID equal. Referencing subscript requires wrapper binding item. Oh, I have to do it outside of here because am I in this for each? No. Okay, let's see. Requires wrapper binding item. Why? Why would it do that? All right, let's try asking Mr. LSP here. I call him LSP, but his real name is LSM. LLM. Referencing 3 ID requires wrapper binding. Let's see. Without using the dollar prefix. Okay. Requires me to use the projected value. Change this line to dot wrapped value. Yes, that didn't work. Okay. It's coming up with a bunch of the same looking things. And I think I tried this. I think I tried dollaring that. Property ID requires item conform to identifiable. Why? Why would it? Okay, so let's see here. List model is about is it because I am no, I don't really understand. Let's give it this. How item list is declared and used in my view. Okay. So if I go here, well, so this one didn't have this problem, right? Because I'm creating new list right there, so it shouldn't. But actually, like, so I didn't need to make item list post is not identifiable, right? Maybe I should make it identifiable. It can't hurt, right? And then this. This dot pen, blah blah. Yeah, I think that all seems reasonable to me. Still doesn't like this one. Item conform to identifiable. Damn it. So, all right, I think I have to figure out what the hell these things mean. Provides a default implementation for class types using object identifier. Okay. Oh, oops. What about this one? Yeah, sure. Is it getting mad at me because this is UUID? Should I make it a string? Oh, that's very possible, right? Guess not. Well, it might not be right. No. Worth a shot. Alright, let's see here. Item listed with the property wrapper in the view, which I think it is, right? It's a binding. At state private, I'm less concerned to observable. Conform to observable. Well, I could try that. I don't like adding all these magic freaking things to my data types though. That is really really creepy to me. That didn't work. Then in view at state item list model. Item. Let's see here. That's right. Okay, so yeah, it's binding. Item is an array, not a struct class. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh, is it that this broke because it became encodable? Oh, that would be so stupid. That can't be it, right? No. Arrays do not have an ID property at all. No, but the freaking the struct I made does. Shouldn't they use database ID types? The IDs are normally assigned by the database. Yeah, so they are, but from what I understand of Swift, of how Swift UI is working, in order for something to be able to be listed in like a list view, it has to conform to this identifiable thing, this identifiable interface, which means it has to have a UUID in here too. So, yeah, it's why this is like, I don't know, it's confusing because I think Swift UI and Supabase both want to be generating these IDs. And so now I've got like UUID madness here. Let's see. I've only got like a couple more minutes here before I've got to pop off for the day, unfortunately. Yeah, it's definitely something stupid I'm doing. that like I'm not understanding how this workflow should be. Uh, because like yeah, like it definitely like the database should be creating this. It should not be on the front end um, to be generating UUIDs because then we could get a collision, right? That would be really bad. So I think I do have to rethink this because that should be the single source of truth um, for these. And yeah, this should be unique. So we'll do that. That should definitely be unique. This should definitely be unique too. All right. Okay. So this is really annoying. I think what has to happen is so we have to start back from this view where we were creating a list. Um, I need to do before I try to add it to like my front end data struct. I have to try to post to Supabase. Try to post to Supabase, and then I think I can get like a return from that, right? So if I create a record and return it, then this dot value response should have like an ID in it, right? Or it should have a UUID created by the server that I can access, um, and that should be where it comes from. Uh, but what happens if like you're not connected to the back end? Then you're kind of effed. Um, and so I think I have to allow the UUIDs to be mutable, or you have something. This is I assume this is why syncing things is such a pain in the ass. is stuff like this. Um, all right, yeah, we're like out of time here. I'm just gonna commit what I've got now. Um, posting to list table UID collision problems, just to get something in for the day. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I've got to go. I've got to go jump on a call really quick for work. So I think next time I need to redo how we're assigning IDs, figure something out, and then figure out like what Swift wants me to do for this because it doesn't really make too much sense to me. Um, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Get some good work done. Get some good coding done today.